will learn the first chapter from the 8th standard, the crop production and management. In my previous video, we have already studied about some of the important points about the crop production and management. We have studied what is a crop, different types of cropping patterns, the kharif crop and the rabi crops. We have also seen the different agricultural practices used, and in that we have studied in detail about the first agricultural practices, that is the ploughing, and we have also studied which are the agricultural implement used for ploughing purpose. Today in this video we shall continue learning about the agricultural practices, and today we will learn what is sowing, different agricultural implement used for sowing, and also we will study about the manure and the fertilizers. So first, starting from the sowing. Sowing is a very important step in the agricultural production. So once the soil is ready after ploughing or tilling or manuring, the seeds are ready for sowing. Sowing means just the scattering of the seeds or putting the seeds in the soil for the plants to grow. Okay? The sowing means just adding the seeds in the soil and making them to grow. We call it as a sowing. So, can we put any kind of seeds for growing the crops? No. We need a good quality seeds. Before sowing, the good quality seeds must be selected. Okay? The selection of the good quality seeds is very important. So, what do we understand by the good quality seeds? What do you mean by good quality seeds? The good quality seeds means the seeds which are clean, which are healthy, and which are free from the diseases or the infection. And also the seeds which yield high. We call them as a good quality seeds. So before sowing, the selection of the seeds is very important. The seeds must be clean, it must be healthy, it must be free from the infection or the disease, and it must be yield high. Okay? High yielding seeds must be selected. So this is about the good quality seeds. Now, how do we select the seeds? How does done the selection of the seeds? How we come to know which is a good seed and which is a bad seeds? How do we select? There is a technique for selection of the good quality seeds. The seeds we can do by just take a bucket containing the water, and in that bucket containing the water you should pour the seeds. And when you pour the seeds, and just you need to stir it. And when you stir it, you can find most of the seeds they are going to settle at the bottom of the bucket. And some of the seeds they start floating. So the seeds which sinks down, they are the healthy seeds, and the seeds which are on the top, they are the unhealthy seeds. Why it is? It is because the healthy seeds they are heavy and they sink at the bottom, whereas the seeds which are eaten up by the pest or damaged by the pest, what happens? They are empty and they are hollow. So the seeds which are damaged or which are hollow and light, they start to float, and that is the seeds which float on the top, they will be an unhealthy seeds, and which sinks below, they are the healthy seeds. So this is how the selection of the seeds is done. So we have studied what is sowing. Sowing means just a scattering or putting the seeds on the soil for the plants to grow. We call it as a sowing. Then we have studied about the good quality seeds. We know that good quality seeds means seeds which are clean, which are healthy, and which are free from the diseases. Okay, and also the high yielding seeds. Then we have studied about the selection of the seeds. How to select the seeds? Selection of the seeds which float on the surface of the water, they are the unhealthy seeds, and the seeds which sink below, they will be an healthy seeds. So next we have the methods of sowing the seeds. Which are the different methods by which we can sow seeds can be sown. The first one we have is by hand, and other one we can do by the tools. First we will study how sowing is done by the hands. The process of sowing the seeds by the hands we call it as a broadcasting technique. Okay? In this what happens? We are just taking the seeds and we are just scattering or putting the seeds on the ground. But the broadcasting technique of sowing is not very good because of some reasons, like some of the precautions to be taken while sowing the seeds. The first one is the seeds must be put at a proper depth. Okay, it must not be too up on the surface or it must not be on the too depth. The depth must be proper. Okay, suppose if you put the seeds on the surface, the seeds will be eaten up by the birds. And if you put the seeds too deep into the soil, what happens? The seeds cannot breathe and they die. Okay, the sowing of the seeds, it must be done at a proper depth. Second one is a proper interval or proper spacing. We cannot put the seeds close together. Okay, the proper spacing is very much essential. If you put the seeds too close, what happens? These seeds again, when they grow into a plant, the plant start competing for each other for the nutrients, the sunlight, and for the water. So, in order to prevent the overcrowding of the plants, the seeds must be placed at a proper interval. Okay, and thirdly, the seeds must not be put in a dry soil. Okay, the soil must contain some of the moisture. If you put in a dry soil, the seeds will not germinate. So, if you go do the broadcasting method of sowing, the seeds we are just scattering the seeds. So, it is not going to maintain the proper depth, nor it is maintaining the proper interval or proper spacing. So, the broadcasting method of sowing the seeds is not very good. So, we have the next method of sowing the seeds. It is a seed drill. Okay. The implement used for sowing, we call it as a seed drill. The seed drill, the traditionally used seed drill, is a long iron tube having a funnel at the top. The seed drill, it is tied to the back of the plough and the seeds are put into the funnel of the seed drill. And as the ploughing makes the furrows in the soil, the seeds from the seed drill are gradually released and sown into the soil furrows made by the plough. Thus, by using the seed drill for sowing, the seeds are sown at the correct depth and the correct intervals. The sowing with seed drill is much better than the sowing by the hand. A bullock-driven seed drill has just one long iron tube with a funnel, but the tractor-driven seed drill has 5 to 6 iron tubes joined together with a common funnel at the top. When the seeds are put into the funnel of each seed drill, the seeds are released through all the tubes and get sown into 5 or 6 furrows of soil simultaneously. By using such tractor-driven seed drills, the sowing of the seeds can be done quickly. Next, we'll discuss about the manures and fertilizers. The crop plants, they need a number of mineral elements for their growth which they get from the soil through their roots. Repeated growing of crops in the same field removes lot of precious minerals, organic matter and other materials from the soil. Due to this, a soil becomes infertile after some time and the crop yield decreases. So, unless the depleted plant nutrients are put back into the soil from time to time, the growth of crop would be poor. The deficiency of the plant nutrients and the organic matter in the soil is made up by adding manures and fertilizers to the soil. Now we'll discuss about the manures. A manure, it is a natural fertilizer. A manure is a natural substance which is obtained by decomposition of animal waste like cow dung, human waste and the plant residues, which supplies the essential elements for the humus to the soil and makes it more fertile. Manures are prepared from animal waste, human waste and plant residues by the action of microorganisms. If you want to prepare, in order to prepare a manure, a farmer dump the animal waste and the plant waste like leaves, animal dung in a pit at an open place and allow it to decompose slowly. The decomposition, it is carried out by some microorganisms. The decomposed animal and plant material is used as organic matter. Organic matter, that is the manures, it contains a mixture of various nutrient elements and a lot of organic matter recycled from biomass waste. Manure, it improves the soil texture for better retention of water and aeration. The next one we have is chemical fertilizers. Manures are not able to supply the required quantities of essential plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So, they are to be supplemented with a chemical fertilizers. A chemical fertilizer, it is a salt or an organic compound containing necessary plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, or potassium to make the soil more fertile. A chemical fertilizer, it is rich in a particular plant nutrient like it can be a nitrogen, phosphorus or a potassium. Some example of the fertilizers will be urea, ammonia, sulfate, potash and NPK. NPK is nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. The chemical fertilizers are nutrient specific. This means the chemical fertilizers can provide only nitrogen, only phosphorus or only potassium to the soil as required. The chemical fertilizers have plant nutrients in a concentrated form. So, they provide a quick replenishment of plant nutrients in the soil and restore its fertility. The chemical fertilizers, they have high solubility in water. They are easily soluble in water. So, they are easily absorbed by the plants. And the chemical fertilizers, importantly, they are made in the factories. And fertilizers, they are easy to transport, store and handle because they come in the bag. But the excessive use of fertilizers is harmful because the excessive use of fertilizers changes the chemical nature of soil and makes the soil less fertile. For example, the excessive use of the soil fertilizers can make the soil highly acidic or alkaline. The highly acidic or alkaline soil becomes less fertile. This will be the first disadvantage of the using the excessive use of fertilizers. The second disadvantage is it causes the water pollution in ponds, lakes and rivers. So, in order to maintain the fertility of the soil, we should substitute some of the fertilizers by organic manure. Okay. So, this is about the fertilizers. Apart from the fertilizers, there are some of the advantages of using the manure. The manure is an organic material. An organic manure is considered better than the fertilizers because manure, it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. Manure, it makes the soil porous due to which the exchange of gases become easy. The manure, it increases the number of useful microbes in the soil. And lastly, the manure improves the texture of the soil. Because of all this reason, the manures is far better than the fertilizers. The fertility of the soil can be improved by another method which we call it as a crop rotation. A crop rotation, it is a practice in which the different types of crops like a leguminous plant crops or a non-leguminous crops are grown alternatively in the same field or a soil is called as a crop rotation. What is it? It's a practice in which different types of crops are grown alternatively in the same field or a soil is called as a crop rotation. In a crop rotation, the cereal crops like wheat, maize, paddy and millet are grown alternatively with the leguminous crops like pulses, peas, beans, groundnut, etc. in the same field. For example, when a cereal crop like a maize crop is grown first, it takes a lot of nitrogen from the soil for its growth and makes the soil nitrogen deficient. And the next, when the leguminous crops like pulses or groundnut is grown in the same field, then the leguminous crop with its nitrogen fixing bacteria enriches the soil with a nitrogen compound and increases its fertility. And when another cereal crop like wheat is grown after that, then the wheat can utilize this extra nitrogen from the soil for its growth and produce a bumper crop. In this way, rotating the different crops in the same field replenish the soil with the nitrogen naturally and leads to increase in the crop production. The crop rotation has some of the advantages like rotation of crop improves the fertility of the soil, and the rotation of crop save the lot of nitrogenous fertilizers. So this is about the crop rotation. Hope you have understood about the sowing and manure and fertilizers. So in the next coming classes, we'll study about the irrigation and about the weeding. So until then, thank you.